I'm a hard worker, and when that heart murmur racks up, manipulation gets confident and attacks us. Cannibalism's accepted as an apology. This vampire weekend is eating up all your honesty. Truth be told, I'm a product of the industry. To say that I'm not is a mockery of my dignity. Having a drink with those I respect is nothing new to me. Having a drink with those I neglect is something cool to me. And if you're cool, how does a glass of whiskey sound to you? On the rocks like a relationship that can crowd a room. This generation is led by intimidation. In fact, my similar nature isn't imposing on anything other than fake thugs. So tell me, how far are you willing to go? Organization is imperative when sealing the show. Hoping to turn it into an event, sobering up to an extent, making a final attempt now before the sentiment runs out.
Want it all of it, 'cause I can handle it. It's all or nothing, that cold life, I'm gonna gamble it. My heart's illuminated, my soul is candlelit. To try to face this life is just some foolish shit. I want it all of it, 'cause I can handle it. It's all or nothing, that cold life, I'm gonna gamble it. I'll down a dozen drinks, and then I'll take a hit. I treat my life like a fight, no need to break my fist.
Raised by a strong arm, don't believe in dumb luck. Come into your show, daddy, yo, shut the fuck up. I feel the composure pill, low in the hole with emotion still. Don't go to the broken locomotive, it won't get you here. Placed in a category, I can recreate myself. Facing a matrimony now between heaven and hell. Take it apart, put it back together, it's your own design. My inhibition state that this is not the place or time. Let's meet in a parking lot, far from the ones that talk a lot. Often enough they soften you up and take you for your honest thoughts. I've got it figured out, now you don't need to sit it out. This onomatopoeia to your chest, pour the engine down. Boom, let it ride till all the wheels fall off. Add it together and habit will let you escape till it's all gone. I've been around it, living inside of what you call the best. On top of the world, taking down names of who I'm calling next.
Want it all of it, 'cause I can handle it. It's all or nothing, that cold life, I'm gonna gamble it. My heart's illuminated, my soul is candlelit. To try to face this life is just some foolish shit. I want it all of it, 'cause I can handle it. It's all or nothing, that cold life, I'm gonna gamble it. I'll down a dozen drinks, and then I'll take a hit. I treat my life like a fight, no need to break my fist.
How can it be that I'm living in the land of the free, and yet I never fought for freedom, it was handed to me? And is freedom exactly what I understand it to be? Or is it rooted in the values of a family tree? I'm sipping cannabis tea and cinnamon schnapps, reject conformity cause I don't ever want to live in a box. Respect authority so I don't have to deal with the cops. Don't want to roll with the punches, rather be calling the shots. This is for the countless cases of AIDS caught from used needles, tempers in a fit of rage, and cops abuse people. It's not equal, good's no match for true evil when a so-called prevention of death can prove lethal. On a large scale, I probably won't make a difference. On a large scale, my problem's so insignificant, but pen is my instrument, Sanskrit the infinite. Written rhymes, hidden diamond jewels from my pencil grip. In a mental fit, cause the press came and bent the shit. Truth will finally surface, but the media will censor it. That's perpetration, man, that's here to hurt the nation. If they want the truth, the whole truth is nothing but interpretation. And local businesses run out by major corporations so they can conquer smallpox with deadly vaccinations. Everybody on earth's guilty of tax evasion, when aggravations magnify with great exaggerations. And through all our little petty differences and bad relations, we had the patience of a toddler with a bag of raisins. Use your imagination, come on America. Here's some nails and plywood, go build some fucking character. Maybe then you'll see that Matthew Perry and the Christmas fairy just don't visit people with malaria and dysentery. Listen very close, the world is starving, helpless we'll be buying cars and couches and houses. We're hella selfish and our health is not in danger cause we got social security, plastic surgery and endless electrical currency, water filter for purity, no parasitic bugs, no required ID searches to purchase prescription drugs. Half the world has never thought about a car with insurance cause in their region death and poverty's a common occurrence. Although I'm calm on the surface, to be quite honest I'm nervous. Our civil rights are in jeopardy to be gone in a flourish. My bodily purpose just can't fulfill my odyssey. Verses are just a worthless commodity in this sodomy circus. How can it be that I'm living in the land of the free,
and yet I never fought for freedom, it was handed to me?
And is freedom exactly what I understand it to be?
Or is it rooted in the values of a family tree?
I'm sipping cannabis tea
and cinnamon schnapps.
Reject conformity cause I don't ever want to live in a box. Respect authority so I don't have to deal with the cops. Don't want to roll with the punches, rather be calling the shots.
A chicken wing when Charlie attack him. Crossface crippler Bobby Backlund is back in like Chris Benoit. Killing your fam them cause pressure is better like an architect. You niggas sauce and I'm hard to death. I don't feel tension. Another day of Shawshank redemption. Like Stanley Williams killing folks civilians try to fence shit. Walking through the valley where them shadows be. Leading with an iron staff, no faculty. Fuck a shadow shackle me, but I had a free up. Same day re-up. Shit like a basketball game. Got a D up. Form like Voltron. All my niggas G'd up. And we don't see no wrongs. On a one-way street, catch me playing chicken. You play the game, but I play it different. Way the vision, stay distant. Them gay niggas, my AK kiss them. French style, send them off the X.
First I fuck your strip and the click you claim. East side when I ride, my goons rip your chain. They all lip till that pistol bang and it's a silent scene. After violence screams hoopty, but the mile is clean. Buck 50 on the dash, peeling out fast. I'm mute if it ain't about cash. You feel me? On the really been waiting for this type of action. Cop the new chrome two-tone like it's Michael Jackson. My cipher laughing at you clown folks until that 4-pound knotted nigga head like it's brown dope. It's that motherfucking crack dealer. Got your shorty in the trap, holding packs, say my rap rilla. The trap killer, break it down like it's Tetris. Left wrist, whip it, 2 guns, I'm ambidextrous. You better get this or don't when you sleep on it. Do your dirt on the low and don't speak on it.
Officer down in the field, that's a righteous kill. Body found, pockets filled with illegal pills. Serial scratch, not to steal, used for serial kills. A badge and ill will, give me serious chills. Barely enough weed to build, give you probable cause to search the vehicle. Put hands inside a grown man's drawers. Pause, a little homophobic, ain't we all? Still couldn't find the Cuban behind these 2 big balls. Soon as the violation of rights was over, a drunk driver took his life right on the shoulder. I swear to God it wouldn't have been a perfect scenario, but I came to when he loosened the chokehold. They treat every young boy like a dope lord. Turn the average Joe into folklore. What I would do to get away with murder like any one of you. Pop you and call it probable cause.
Probable cause.
Thinking back on times when I get no broad, saying about it soft as a dildo. Pause. Everybody wanted that we get those scars. I tell them hard times that I went through. 16 jotting down lines with a pencil. That's fine, I'ma find my credentials. I don't got a dime every time that the rent's due. So I climb on the vine of success till I see what I need, cause I'm trying to get through. So the fire and the lie and the pitfall, I lie on my shrine, drinking wine, have a ventful. I don't see clear now cause I'm lost in the mist. I'm a boss, get lost to be talking that shit. Hip hop's not pop, you a soft little bitch. I bomb on songs like I'm on with a clip. Take shots, not stop till I walk with a limp. Ha ha, all y'all in this awkward, this is so raw. When I rap, then my jaw get the twitch. Oh God, Bert's back and he's stomping these bricks. Then I gotta take a second just to pause for a breath, cause that weed smoke still 10 o'clock. And my chest stomped down on my back and I rock it to death. You can keep all your money, I don't want no stress.
There's no way that you can save us. There's no way that you can save us. There's no way that you can save us. There's no way that you can save us.
Cause we smoked out, no doubt. Crazy in the mess and is. Drink right out the bottle, yeah. Our mamas raised some bastard kids. Never gave a fuck and we ain't gonna start soon. If you step over that line then we'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons.
Wanna know where I came from? Straight from hell. Got cursed, being broke, trying to break the spell. No hope, gotta cope, trying to make a meal. All shit that I wrote and I'm wasting still. Back on the road, better take the wheel. Stealth on the road, we ain't taking deals. Fuck you, labeling your money, we erase and kill. Any fake motherfuckers trying to claim they real. Rattlesnake venom in the glass I'm sipping. Dropped up on them like I'm acid tripping. Trying to figure out how to hack the system. Then lie to your face and your bastards listen. Storm down, killer steady bombing some shit. We them boys that you wanna forget. Harm and collect. This cause and effect of your mom having my dick lodged in the neck. We ain't shit, just a couple of goons. Out in the train yard huffing fumes. What you doing ain't nothing new. Try to judge my life, yo, who the fuck are you? Shoot your plane down, have to take off. Take the chainsaw, cut your face off. Send your body parts out the Cape Cod. Try to run, but you can't escape guard. White and dangerous like an avalanche. Psychedelic, black lights and lava lamps. Try to fuck with us, you don't stand a chance. Make you shake and piss, yo, pajama pants. Fuck your video, smash the cameraman. Mama pray for me, call an ambulance. Mama, then will I do the hammer dance? Probably cause I'm high on Alabama.
There's no way that you can save us. There's no way that you can save us. There's no way that you can save us.
Cause we smoked out, no doubt. Crazy in the mess and is. Drink right out the bottle, yeah. Our mamas raised some bastard kids. Never gave a fuck and we ain't gonna start soon. If you step over that line then we'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons. We'll start throwing harpoons. Up, throwing harpoons.
As I lay still, my mind fills with the maze mile. Kid, I spit rhymes and claim it as an occupation. It shocked the nation when we first walked this way. It got ovations when we first talked this way. But still, could hip-hop ever have it all? For Christ's sakes, we make songs about basketball. To have it all was what we dreamed, but only fiend for the music. Even made it with our mouths once we found a way to use it. They confused it with junk. This punk rock gone sour, but that talk got devoured. We learned to fight the power with a wild style. Our groove crushed the most in cinema. The parties in the house denounced us the public enema. These boys in the hood are just menace to society. That's why we told Hollywood to burn so defiantly. Applying the culture to everyday life, hip-hop became more than two turntables and a mic. Talk all that jazz till we more than passed the grade. Paid in full, at long last we got it made. Disobeyed the rules when we fused all forms. Rock, jazz, and blues all moved above the norm. Brother stormed to the park to embark on the mission. Flip decisions with precision. I was only wishing by dismissing my desire I acquired my niche. When it comes to breaks, I'll control the voice pitch. One day we control the whole planet. Everybody knows the lingo, even parents understand it. They were parents to the throne, rock and roll, one stone. Generation fresh, you can etch it in stone. We done roamed in the basement, complacent in tone. We're content to represent because this place is our home. In the beginning we was fitting just to show the style. Fake clowns, so we break down like Gomer Pyle. Nova bows to those who started the game. Partners in fame, congrats dog. The artists remain and gain the claim with every contribution we gave. For the roads you paved, I salute the DJs. You were the main reason me and my boys is spitting. See, we had the words, but the voice was missing. From the boys division, we done risen to the majors. From east to the west, we the best with the flavor. Gave the ghetto a voice, an unpredictable choice. We done changed the way you're living with habitual noise. Hip-hop's my soul and spirit, you should know when you hear it. Can I kick it? Go ahead and cheer it with a classic beat, with a classic rhyme, and then naturally it'll last in time. I'm coming straight from my heart, you can take that to the bank. I'ma sum this up in one word: thanks.
Dangerous game, explaining the philosopher's notes is the wisdom of life attained without impossible hopes. My colossal approach promotes what I express in a rhyme. Invocations, indoctrination stood the test of the times. Perception refined, designed and equipped with utter resilience, characterized by structural diligence and my innocence. The infamous existence of influence is an instrument, intricately planted in life's fabric and silhouette. Reveal the depths beyond the surface through honest service. Acknowledge purpose, my logic verses what thoughts interpret. One with the currents, wordless when in my wisest state. Escape the hands of fate and vanish past the golden gates. It's no debate, the focus is to motivate. I relocate and gain renown as a potentate. I circumnavigate to advocate a greater cause. I see the future, to me what is becomes what was. Defined like an astrology chart is the freedom of will and still from when the odyssey starts. I acknowledge the art and part the jewels, decipher myself. I walk alone, can't put my life in the hands of anyone else. Respectively dealt with chaos through unimagined intelligence, immortalizing history by the efforts made ever since. The elegance, evident elements since the genesis. Eminence is measured by wise treasures and prevalence. My sins are rinsed in life's waters where I'm the author. Across the borders of foreign lands where I can prosper, I live for honor, the watcher amidst the changing ages. The vision sacred, create a place in historic pages. One of the sages, travel deserts and mountain ranges. The courageous, phrases echo through generations. My revelations and destination are known to many. Control the present as it was destined, alive and ready. My mind, soul, and my body. My soul, and my body. My mind, soul, and my body. My soul, and my body.
I've been obsessed with words ever since I was a little buck. Always picking up pens and pencils to scribble stuff. It helps to represent the inner of me. With or without the literacy, I'm still living the dream. Fascinated with letters and trying to make them unnatural shaped art. Art cans with spray at the train yard. Under bridges and alleyway walls, another business to face in a conspicuous way. When I was under 18, I had nothing to lose. Give the graffiti task force something to do. Cover the huge ass graph pieces drawn up by my crew. When I get a head full of letters, yeah, I'm cutting them loose. Some think that it would be a gift divinely bestowed to those who get in line. Wait and wait and wait and get denied. Unhappy they don't realize letterheadism's not a gift, it's a vice. Letterhead. Never slept on or left for dead. I'm a letterhead. I select the rhythm, and if what I say gets a listen, then no matter what, the things I said are living in spite of your skepticism. In the amount of measures written, I can quit, I can curb it. It's just addiction, I use it instead of sticking it all in vain. I become obsessed, I wake all night and forget it when I wake up the next day alive. It brought me back to my essence, like Christmas time. Only getting drawing pads is my present. Mom, how the hell you think I turn out? Burned out at age 30, looking for jobs, living at your house. I know you don't see me like that, but I'm just a junkie with a price tag despite that image of me. I'm never giving up or getting dusty. That pot of gold in the distance must mean I'm getting lucky. With heady letters, whether in a group or solo user, that beat pumps my blood with mojo boosters. I'm a letterhead. Never slept on or left for dead. I'm a letterhead. Never slept on or left for dead.
Yeah, on this mic thing I'm troublesome. Might bring a shovel, I'm the right king, surrounded by right-wing Republicans. Slight sting, no police, still watching your steps. Binoculars catch a glimpse of the scope, a popular death. Once you bring this rinse to the hope, you locked in your chest, something I'm not gonna let float. But each day your body does. You hate to think I'm so good at something that's only a hobby, cause it probably was. Lee Van Cleef with his speech. Burt Lancaster, hand fast to reach for the peace, but not the same piece as John Lennon. Wrong Lennon, I'm like Vladimir, busting for revolution, I'm rushing, fuck out of here. I'll be chilling with a hyper crowd, down on Long Island, waiting for the wave to wipe us out. Diaper mouth, little rapper, that's all he is. Don't make a man stand, show you how tall he is. Wanna receive just before we give, everything except pain. I'm leaving on the next train, but first pick up more scotch from the liquor store. Sister Morphine, why you trick us for? You said everything would be alright, but it's just you and me all night. I gotta run. Release me. Yeah, let's go. They always say to be strong, but you just want to escape it. Keep it moving cause you can't take it. It's just one of them days when you feel like running away, but you gotta be patient. You just want to escape it. You can't take it. It's just one of them days when you feel like running away, but you gotta beat it. Kid is Verenas, modern day lot of rage. Prada shades with a pinstripe from the cleaners. On my way to the grave, compressor and not focused right. Wait until I'm speaking from your TVs like poltergeist. You're as cold as ice, but on this mic you're a foreigner. Rapper's too weak for me to spar with her. Plus she just a slut now, can probably park the car in her. Got pimps from LA to Canada and Florida, but like my boy CM, I don't need friends, I need some kind of adversary. Body bag is heavy from crushing egos and weak flows, and that is every motherfucker on the beat though. Ready, I'm alive, but every dawn I die, snow fried like I'm in Benihana. Try to prime my complexity with every comma. No drama, how perplexed is he? Rappers wanna get touched like sniffing crushed ecstasy. For me would be depleted, counting under the ground. Bounty hunter a sound repeatedly, put it down. But for now, Sister Morphine is telling me crash, selling me half of my confidence, the melody lasts. Funny thing is, I just can't let it go. They always say to be strong, but you just want to escape it. Keep it moving cause you can't take it. It's just one of them days when you feel like running away, but you gotta be patient.
I used to ponder on the past a lot. Never walk past the crop without saying pass the pot. It helped me medicate in the times I wanted to get away and try and find a better day in a better place, better headspace, better for my brain. I was cheddar on the plate before I hit the 7th grade, and around my 11th I seen a lot of heavyweight, enough to devastate and scare the shit out of me. I'd say my dad's proud of me, but he ain't in the picture. I don't even have a picture of the prick, just a scripture from my mum when I was a kid saying that he used fits, and that was enough for me to decide if I'm gonna make it alive, I will hold my head up high and hide that fact properly. We were flat rats, but after 3 years or the waiting list, finally we got our own property. In a happy housing home, we were surrounded by yuppies. They called us dogs, but we were treated worse than puppies. Said we were cold, they were colder than a slushy. Didn't care about us, just wanted us out cause they're fussy. Home is where the heart is, my heart pumps darkness that I try to part with, but it always follows me. My dome has got its car keys, my art's like a harness, and I fly to park it, but the wrong way swallows me. Home is where the heart is, my heart pumps darkness that I try to part with, but it always follows me. My dome has got its car keys, my art's like a harness, and I fly to park it, but the runway swallows me.
Music's my life now, and I'ma do it till my lights out. Finally I see something bright now. To all the fights up in my house, I'ma block it out. Drop the sound, watch it drown in a pint now.
Music's my life now, and I'ma do it till my lights out. Finally I see something bright now. To all the fights up in my house, I'ma block it out. Drop the sound, watch it drown in a pint now.
My thoughts are to get away, walk from the center stage, forfeit the pen and page, press engage, call quits. Call this is stress and weight, crawl in my bed for days, left awake, yawning, I'm caught in a web of hate. Never been sure if this pressure plate falling has caused me to medicate every day for it. The source of my petty rage forms in a second space. Any face short of a step away, sure hit. Sure, I'm a problem kid, more than you probably think. Fought hard to bottle it, more scars because of it. Often shit report cards I sought after props and ink. Drop hard for what a kid to want part of what I did. Never saw the better days, endless rain poured in. Empty plates forced him to never pay for shit. Renegade with a pencil shave for recording a mental case that is better placed in a ward's wing. So numb it's like coke on a bloke's gums. Don't trust no one, even those of his own blood. And fuck my father as far as I know that. Part of me passed in a bath with his throat cut. Never known what a happy home is. Never had it but I managed though. Had to grow quick, so I sat alone with a pad of soaked ink. And that alone saved me, for that I owe this like.
Music's my life now, and I'ma do it till my lights out. Finally I see something bright now. To all the fights up in my house, I'ma block it out. Drop the sound, watch it drown in a pint now.
Music's my life now, and I'ma do it till my lights out. Finally I see something bright now. To all the fights up in my house, I'ma block it out. Drop the sound, watch it drown in a pint now.
Home is where the heart is, my heart pumps darkness that I try to part with, but it always follows me. My dome has got its car keys, my heart's like a harness, and I'll fly to park it, but the runway swallows me. Home is where the heart is, my heart pumps darkness that I try to part with, but it always follows me. My dome has got its car keys, my heart's like a harness,
Young Thunder, everyone.
but the runway swallows me.
The only one could create a music like this. This is the music of the first and the last century. After this music, there shall be no more music. And that is no true business. See?
In the belly of the beast, the streets digest the weak, designed by the elite. They come alive when you're asleep, and I ain't talking about nap time, cause due to sleepwalking, caught in a flatline situation with death swarming. The balance of life is through the husband and the wife. Anything else is flame to the ice, death and strife. I pour water for my young seed, acknowledge the roots, enlighten the youth to continue the cycle of truth. We shed tears like leaves for all seasons, not just autumn. The streets are hot, the death got you trapping, yeah, you caught them. The children are our future, teach them cause it's important. If they stumble, be humble, never grumble. If you caught them, how can you fight the establishment if you're still living in it? Consciousness to most rappers now it's just a gimmick. I talk it cause I live it, fight so my seed won't have to. The love I display in this rhyme forever, thanks.
Speak to all the children, speak to everything that move, that I live it from here. All of my
talking about.
White Jesus don't hang from my neck, nah. Africa, black paint on the chest, yeah. Off the trap, gun clap for our freedom house. Niggas infiltrate every day, man. I see him, who's the devil? Yeah, now that's a good question. The opposite's a rebel, quit stressing the lesson. They embezzled your history, got you wallowing in misery. Masters control images, wickedly cool, visually, viciously beaten into agreement. I got cash straight, nuisance, no excuses on what the cash makes. Power, they sold you off to make their trillions. Now money is your god, your true way to control millions. No matter your faith, you're a slave to the power, no. It's like a knife to your throat without the cash flow. Paper receipts are shifted into credit. It's not real, but you do whatever to get it. Soul food is slave food. We're magnificent with tools, that's why it tastes good. It's funny how we never shake off the old spells. My love for our pride, greatness, it compels me to talk loud and proud. The younger ones are listening. I made it digital, cause when I'm gone they still convisioning. Verbal stories, your third eye can see visually. Culture, science, entertainment, brought lyrically. Dudes still fighting for that street corner money while the world's elite take resources from the dummies. Change come from within the next generation. So install greatness to cause levitation. Peace to the indigo children on survival. The Pan-Africans training seeds for survival. To every soul in my DNA, the love festers. Energize always, praise the ancestors.
So when you see I and I here, don't think I come here for an entertainment. I come to flash lightning, earthquake and thunder in these places of destruction and unrighteousness.
It's like the West Coast Saga, how I came up with love.
Let me take you back to the city where it begun. I was born in Brooklyn but wasn't there for too long. My mama moved to Staten, 3 daughters and 5 sons, just to give her kids a chance for them to make it out the slums. But some gon' run these streets young, yeah. I was still at recess when I held my first gun in. I wasn't smoking in, but I would practice gutting blunts, just mimicking what I saw because that made it look so fun. And she still look what I become. I teach her freedom and liberation, achieved through education with some culture and innovation. Don't ever ask for airplay when you building your own station. I got enough supporters that's positioned across the nation. No matter where I work, spread hope is my occupation. I'm dedicated, never losing focus or concentration. I never hated, always took my breath to progress you making. I meditated on the word of God, that's my foundation. I found patience.
For a minute, now I'm back up on my business. Feeling good, I got my city right behind me. Right up in the west, move back to the east. In the streets, in the schools is where you find me.
Sacramento and headed to Newport News. A college kid, no scholarships, headed to HU. My partner mama bought me everything I need for school. I had the dreams and the ambition, but I didn't have the tools nor keys for my bed, a computer to get my work done. Although we were just friends, she loved me like I was her son. I met this dude around the time, the age I was in verse 1. When I had nowhere to sleep, his family size I grew by +1. Dinners and family trips, even my first card. It was a gift from Mr. Mark, he said I worked hard. But all that hard work couldn't cover my tuition. When I couldn't pay for Hamp, he put the balance on his charge card. So you can see that I've been classically conditioned to understand that giving is a vital part of living. So with this education, keep my students out they prison. Middle finger to they system, we refuse to be they victims.
I've been working for a minute, now I'm back up on my business. Feeling good, I got my city right behind me. Right up in the west, move back to the east. In the streets, in the schools is where you find me.
Tititian and sent for my little brother. Took out an extra loan to send money home to my mother. Right around that time I told Felicia that I loved her. Proposed to make her my wife so I can know that she was covered. And still, it ain't been easy to finish her PhD. If she ain't research her writing, I need her to play them keys. I just hope the way she love me ain't interrupting her dreams, because this life is so demanding we don't got no room for sleep. And still, we understand we got a lot of work to do, cause when you represent the truth, you inherent burden of proof. But I love it, like I talk it, like I spit inside the booth. No ice around my neck, but I bet I'll be dropping jewels. Whether you build or destroy, I'm willing to give you tools. These rhymes comparable to parables, so they not fit for fools. I put the passion in this rebel music, it's not fit for rules. I put the truth inside the music they won't teach inside the schools.
I've been grinding for a minute, now I'm back up on my business. Feeling good, I got my city right behind me. Right up in the west, move back to the east. In the streets, in the schools is where you find me. Let's go, 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 go. We're vibing from coast to coast.
Stay top notch, coming out the box, kids swinging for the stands, rock a rhythm and a minute for my fans, and I planned it, casually candid, rolling with the killer fam, thick enough to call a mass transit. Hot damn, manifest, manic with a can of cess, smoking like a bandit, finna panic when there's nothing left. Let it out the chest, scribble down a stanza, represent the crew that's known for keeping people's hands up. Atlanta resident, relishing the relevance, fortify the fellowship and freaking for the hell of it, but never delicate in my development of eloquent statements. I met her with the pedalers of greatness, believe it. Put it in your box, keep it locked down. Feel a beat drop, play it, tell me how the plot sounds. Rock around the clock, tickle like a time bomb. Now you know the level that my mind's on.
Right now the beat is going around, it's too late to calm down. At a glance you're gonna dance, the essence been advanced. Not a chance to expand once the plan is paid. Concept is displayed, a new dance is made. Hey yo, you messing with pros, whose weapon is flows. I start wrecking these shows, you start catching some blows. You expected I fold, I popped up like a joker with a poker face, straight negotiate like a broker. A year further, lock closer where I'm supposed to be. It's a fact, crack is whack, I'd rather smoke MC. So you can notice that I'm focused, not the richest or the brokest, but I'm real in the field with a buzz like a locust. With a smile on my face in the presence of greats. If your decision split, then I'm setting it straight. You're digging in your nose while I'm digging in crates. Hip hop is like fishing and I'm setting the bait like that.
See the fire burn high, about to throw high flames in the sky. Your eyes ain't covered with the glaze, and you ought to see the blaze from miles away. Across the water, there's more to life than getting the pay. You're getting caught up in the maze of a day to day. I never thought I'd ever say throw it all away, but sometimes you gotta just start over and trust what you know and stand strong through the transition. Man, listen, plans easily made seem meant to be changed. Soon knew was outdated in the intimate strange. Who knew you could find peace in the enemy's face and pleasure in the nevers and will nots. I rest on hilltops and spill hot lava that reveals lost civilizations replaced with the wasteland. We sleepwalk awake, so our dreams they take them. I'ma open my eyes and take my time and make my life the way that I believe it should be. And I'm hoping to find a peace of mind to reach inside the people's lives that feel it like me. We fulfilling the dream. We fulfilling the dream. Yeah, the dream. We fulfilling the dream.
Sometimes I sit there and I see where I'm at, think about all the things I've been through, and think about where I'm going. It's a long way to go, but you know what? It's gonna be worth it at the end. Every day's another mountain to climb, and we're given less than 24 hours to shine. Many distractions, dollar signs flashing, ladies shaking asses, pursuing it with Christ-like passion, attracting only the energy we put out. So when I face the world, I step with my best foot out. Obstacles on my way to block the road to my dreams. Philosophical with a wallet full of hope in my jeans. I sow my seeds, and in time I know the tree will bear fruit. Like a prophet walking bare feet from Greece to Beirut. And if you don't believe truth, then a lie gon' win. Then you perpetuate that and it's a daggone sin. Words travel on wind, I'm home where my feet land. Always fight hard like the heart of an obese man. Ain't no happiness with no peace, man. I'm trying to tell you there's something different from most of the bullshit they try to sell you. Pharaoh.
Like an angel from afar, I'll get you on stars, lift you up and bring you on your way, on your way. See you live when you're in the dark. Keep on trusting your heart. The life is now, this is your day.
Yeah, been in situations where me and my vision were at odds. Look up in the sky and then I wish upon a star. What is that spark that moves the cells inside my body with the snicks and setbacks? I did a good heart survive me. Did myself wrong, so how could I not despise me? And not feeling shame with my reflection in my eyes meet. Crying's weak for a man, I held it in. That's what they taught me growing up, so I would never tell a friend. In turn, I would internalize the pain that I felt. Then I wrote the hottest lines, hoping I make the page melt. We raise ourselves and let your folks tell you otherwise. We inherit trace karma and baggage from other lives. Hard to cleanse it, your body can't move, your heart's against it. With your soul wandering in the matrix, you lost connection. The only way to resurrect it is to find yourself. You the best in the world, every day remind yourself, for real.
Like an angel from afar, I'll get you on stars, lift you up and bring you on your way, on your way. See you live when you're in the dark. Baby, keep on trusting your heart. The life is now, this is your day. Like an angel from afar, I'll get you on stars, lift you up and bring you on your way, on your way. See you live when you're in the dark. Baby, keep on trusting your heart. The life is now, this is your day. This is your day, baby. We shine forever, shine forever. This is your day, baby. We shine forever, shine forever.
There is no day-born tribulation, arduous enough. True love laden, vibe to uncut, or a morsel of indignation, abound beyond touch. Streaming logical labor can't conduct, exquisite through the realms of ink, empathy, and implicit. Think elementally, all is spoken or written, isn't it? Once having been experimentally envisioned in animated persons, glaring eye, you can't communicate, live, or even codify without such inklings. Laced, magnanimous to the sense, go ahead, draw and demystify underhandedness of man to a pretense or exemplify the expansive gift called me, myself, and I, without a pen's gentle devotion, intense cerebellum medulla in emotion, or getting the heart and soul lingually interwoven. Hence, for the weak seekers, God's sake, mankind is chosen to fully partake. Notice, not every porpoise of pride mate's getting open from the medium on in, expressive in every transient fiber and shred of her or him. Friend, you may begin to awaken at any point in when or what it questions. In short, sow some respect for perfections. Last pack and hand so left with humane connections. Then scribe out some soul with resurrected intention. Not accustomed to in these parts, since perspective ascensions pass a little dark to the bottom, dwelling populous farce convention, a clandestine art. essence, disciples, lesson, the tacit trifle, totally typical title, temperaments, affliction of the vital, New Testament's life cycle, through the excrements, eternally, or get your wits about you, earnestly, bearing your weight inadvertently, on one leg and scathe, index finger realizing enlightenment treads earthlessly, in retroactive security of what's destined, reflect assuredly, the clearing from which you compose is under protection of the mercifully arose through correction, personally potent, peripheral visionary, so resting, our radical endorphin vortex, and be among the mystics of cerebral cortex, where we're all adored, sons and droplets of a greater head rush, welcome, intact, the legible flux of emotion, spirit, and mind, thus, all infinite selves are intertwined about the crux of unconditional blind, creative, otherwise, remain the unparalleled, primitive, stillborn, lodge, brainstorms, got vibes, step back, scale, insight, stage, struck, numbers, clap, hail, stand, solo, inside, setting high, feeling, swear, band, movements, liberal prize, still roll, digitally orchestrate, the gap, shove efforts, never try, isn't suspect, benchmark, so far, when it's not a shine, special, always on high, and it does invigorate, once removed, cousin, leads, and purchasing, potentially, crossing, over, experiencing loss, an advantage of the curated stuff, and I emotionally start for shadows, cast, both strict bars, when I will all sense with me, and the all, after the found that joint slicker, then dash, and snap it out, you know, I take a start of the joke, make the most of the simple organ, leads for the similar position, subconsciously contrasting my minus level interviews has been seen, only the latest think I drift with more verbal something, keener to turn up and shine, to get on, private parts of being touched, and healing echoes at 2 senses, okay, feel vibrated, you said anything commemorated aims of insecurity, bound and guide, fears and ordered rubble, just the impulse to be mailed, and it's verified wood chip, providing contemporary degrees to get clear, the scales to roll, personal components don't have a cataclysmic hush, as ideal embodiment, step culture, plus technical difficulties, fantastically thrust, life will place upon bluish, lost states, of course, ultimately, put your paper is touched, before transgressing all, taking time, fiberglass, the labors of the lyricist underline, his strange fellow squinting ears, if you think inclined, the given becomes a must, until no one image, vibration, or line could be too much, for any energy origin deemed minds, only us fuse, commune, and combine by changes cast, therefore, no one's blameless, while our generation proceeds to burn on and nameless, I haven't the faintest, what leads a disciple of experience famous, or any more privilege for being so aimless, with a power source is limitless, heinous, molesters of the soul, natural impetus remaining, which can sustain this day and age is mangy, frustrated, mainless, prides of future, shameless, low-blown, ignoramus, what's an established mic gripper to play, innocent stripper, you can't go against the grainless, whole persons would think quicker, without your vanity cloaking their vigor, via stainless slaps of whose dick is bigger, still it doesn't stop hither, as young women portray the hoary witcher, high matriarch, a slut dumb, and Lex Death pushes glorify fatal futility of guns, all quite belligerently from the not-so-distant land of insufficient funds and bastard sons, you're withering away at the hands of dogs and duns, delighted to defoliate wherever some green may run, then disperse to a slow trickle, abandon praising the sociopathic sickle, over the very pen and mic which ripple your comely hides from doom's grossly disfigured nipples, so there you stand, knowledgeably weaned, and esteemed, poised to speak in orders limelight gleam, atop a soapbox of the many's trusting screams, this time pause and write fortune slate clean, before allowing slurred stupid to beam from those idolized lips, brother, things can always be better than this, why not get a grip, let the gaudy guard rip, and record skip as you valiantly care enough to sit, showing them all how hip-hop exists, independent of any post or co-store infanticide clip, love's what got us through 2 decades of yes, y'all, and it don't quit, now if you feel need, get back to it, by staking pain in what you've writ, there's been enough, give me more in mind, to eclipse an eternity of altruistic shine, all groundbreakers with interest vested, must have been realigned, your greatest strength, for we have only begun the climb to give thanks, peace, love, maintain the form's bind, if I may be frank, speaker and listener are 2 of a kind, while the mediums just tried alphabetic characters in rhyme, what's content is ours to define, within the clutch of ethereal downtime. There is no day-born tribulation, arduous enough, true love laden, vibe to uncut, nor morsel of indignation abound beyond touch. This screaming illogical labor can't conduct intact the legible flux of emotion, spirit and mind. Thus all infinite selves are intertwined about the crux of unconditional blind creative trust. If you think inclined, the given becomes a must until no one image, vibration or line could be too much for any energy origin deems minds. Only us views commune and combine by changes cuss. Speaker and listener are two of a kind, while the medium's just tried alphabetic characters in rhyme. What's content is ours to define within the clutch of ethereal downtime. Within the clutch of ethereal downtime.
Snobby as the rest. The box me shit is monotony, kid. You sloppy as a mess. The bet on Sunny, you probably have a dent. Trying to disguise, I find the lies in your lines like a polygraphic test. You gon' need the force. Illuminated, I don't need a torch. And if I need the torch, I scorch it to your bleeding corpse. Before I see the courts, I smear prints. You won't see a source and peel out. Just like the gear shifts in a European Porsche. I'm fresh as an umbilical cord. Before the physician snips and stitches the minute it's born. Fresher than my Da Vinci kicks out your signature dog. That deliver straight to the crib before it ships to the stores. I'm nice, and I ain't stopping till my stocks is long. And every jewel that I cop's full of rocks and charms. I'm on my toes like my socks is on. If you ain't heard we on the road, then your clock is wrong. Cause it's about that time.
I think it's time my team brings you up to speed. We give these listeners just what they need. Do this shit one time. Hexagon, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. I'm hand tag, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. I think it's about that time. So listen close, guard, and tell me what you hear. We're bringing that mad flavor to your ears. Do this shit one time. Hex one, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. I can't check, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. Don't get checked, yo. We're bringing it back, yo. The rappers are singing about slinging the crack blow. Oh, they're liable for catching the imminent smack, yo. They seem to be only for living the sack, though. But deliver the last blow at your wax show. Yo, the shit that is big as you thinking the cash roll. You pitiful face get clowned. Or you ridiculous spitters pretending you better than grace get down. I'm meticulous with ancient sound. Niggas with feminine traits get found. Now be allow me to break it down. You follow my odyssey, gotta be ready to take this crown. Cause I'll be the illest up in this repetitive business. I'm a veteran with this. You bringing that negative rhetoric, nigga, you better reflect hits. Berettas contain an intelligent witness. What better was heavy as elephant imprints. A rebel that settles and ghettos developing instincts. We're better for distance, for whackness. You wanna get sick, bitch, then practice. We map shit as vivid as an atlas. I'm trying to depict this with caskets. You wanted my hit list? The facts is you ever get crazy pits. Hey, yo, it's about that time. I think it's time my team brings you up to speed. We give these listeners just what they need. Do this shit one time. Hexagon, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. I'm hand tag, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. I think it's about that time. So listen close, guard, and tell me what you hear. We're bringing that mad flavor to your ears. Do this shit one time. Hex one, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. My dog tag, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. Hey, yo, it's about that time. I think it's time my team brings you up to speed. We give these listeners just what they need. Do this shit one time. Hexagon, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. I'm hand tag, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. I think it's about that time. So listen close, guard, and tell me what you hear. We're bringing that mad flavor to your ears. Do this shit one time. Hex one, yo, I'm raw with the rhyme. My dog tag, yeah, he raw with the rhyme. Don't get checked, nigga.
Jokes coming out, he dance with a split for CNC, plus an Illmatic 16 to rip a MC. Sharper than I ever been. Who rhyme better than the Crown Heights veteran? Spitting that heroin. So
better be run to confront us is deadly. The ones that's frontin' like dealers, we trying to kill them with guns and machetes. Everyone on top sock their jaws. If they hot, drop their scores, rock their bras, make their bitches drop their drawers. Shredding your bread with this metal jittery.
I said bluntly that you have had a generation of Africans who actually believed that you could negotiate, and eventually get some kind of independence. But you're getting a new generation that has been growing right now, and they're beginning to think of their own and see that you can't negotiate upon a bill nowadays. If something is yours,
At night I can't sleep. Another black church been burned to the street, so I return to the beats to write it all down and let the pen drown. So these words express the tears of a crown. Now what would a king do? If a white man walked in the church and shot 9 black people, he'd probably become lethal. Thinking about the days when his peoples were slaves and selling slaves was legal. Well, what if a king was related to a prince who was shot by a cop? Now his life is outdated. How could he remain calm when his brain see the remains of his pain? His eyes rain Vietnam. Wanna drop bombs, and if he had a mic in his palm, he spit marshmallows straight to Lucky Charms. Eyes open to a cold sweat. He probably wanna get strapped with gats and clone out like Boba Fett, but he doesn't. He turn on the news and see his cousin raising the black fist in Ferguson because they bugging. Seeing Baltimore in flames from his gazelle frames. Ain't we lucky we got him like Florida and James? In the face of racism ain't a damn dollar change. Privilege benefits the skin of a Danny Ainge. So what would a wife be like if her eyesight caught the light of a life being choked from the windpipes of a husband cussing? She probably wanna scream, make a call to a king, but his dreams can't breathe. The more things change, the more it all seems that change is still the same. I wish freedom would ring.
We just wanna live our dreams. My brothers wanna live like kings. My sisters wanna live like queens. I wish that freedom would ring. I wish that freedom. We just wanna raise our genes and not have to bury them before their teens. You know what I mean? I wish that freedom would ring. I wish that freedom.
At night I can't sleep for real. Too many visions in my mind of my people being hunted and killed. It's like black life doesn't matter, and you can see it in the streets and televised in the research data from Chi to North Philly to West and South. Really is clear. My melanin got the people in fear. It's quite gruesome. Yeah, I'm appalled like Bree Newsom. Here's a question for recession to your law class students. How can a traffic stop turn into a cop, give a headshot, turn into a suicide plot? It was racism. Said she was smoking madism in the prison, but the system can't blurry my vision. I done spent a lot of time in the USA, like Bruce Springsteen in the USA. See, I was born in it, torn in it, running to the far side, cause race matters like a tournament where you can never finish, where native cultures diminish until we hit the roots like a dentist. We bound to frown from seeing more of us chalk to the ground, so I'd rather bring the noise like the coxswain sound and let it swing. We just wanna do our thing and let love bling. I wish the freedom would ring, yeah, I wish that freedom would ring. I wish that freedom.
We just wanna live our dreams. My brothers wanna live like kings. My sisters wanna live like queens. I wish that freedom would ring. I wish that freedom. We just wanna raise our genes and not have to bury them before their teens. You know what I mean? I wish that freedom would ring. I wish that freedom. I wish that freedom. I wish that freedom would ring. Freedom would ring.
Greediness in bank accounts crashes straight to the wall. Son of almighty princesses get intoxicated by love letters, warm for the better. My nuclear alphabet is terrorizing souls possessed by the words of irrelevance. Illiterate role models, automatics and Republicans. Good versus evil, legal drugs strike the medicine. Ever since the righteous man became a thug veteran, parties murder, one vote swallows the evidence. It's like a game played with a joystick with killer instincts. They got my thoughts trapped with my temple to their biscuit. Let's be realistic, so erase your deadly visions. Shut down your television, they're hiding the surreptitious and the unofficial, like cops who kiss the swastika. Enterprises be colonizing Latinos, Asians, and Africans. They got my mind and soul trapped like Attica. My stamina strikes for the authentic, not the replica. Legit struggle, man versus robot brain cells, defeat microchips. Common needs, blast ego trips. Stop living with hopes. This love shattered my dreams. I got knocked down twice when I was looking for self-esteem. The biggest rush I ever had was on adrenaline. So many offers of amphetamine got my head out of discipline. Stay focused, keep your eyesight on the trigger. Cause modern day heroes supposed to be cold-blooded killers. Open your eyes, stay focused, cause no one is reliable. The beauty turns to beast and my brothers turn into cannibals. Man versus animal, life means sacrifice. Ho Chi Minh style, I get now, I'm gonna ride. But people are still blinded by star scoops and diamonds. It's obvious they use manipulation as a weapon. Some we take for common sense and humanity in pure essence. My questions are results of illegal thoughts. The venomous words I spit contains blood of all sorts. Blood from rape souls, blood from upcut throats, from millions of refugees, plus the people they lost. I'm sick and tired of arguments without substance. Cause everybody seeks peace, but they forgot about justice. People change, when I look back I feel shame.
I'm ready to lose my mind, but instead I use my mind.
I'm gonna go above and beyond. Open your eyes, stay focused, cause no one is reliable. The beauty turns to beast and my brothers turn into cannibals. Man versus animal, life means sacrifice. Ho Chi Minh style, I get never gonna rise. Open your eyes, stay focused, cause no one is reliable. The beauty turns to beast and my brothers turn into cannibals. Man versus animal, life means sacrifice. Ho Chi Minh style, I get never gonna rise.
Pictures were not pretty. The words were not pretty. For the most part, the story was downright ugly. Was it the truth? They called it Detroit's agony. An estimated 13 to 15 million Americans all over the country just saw a very bleak view of the city of Detroit.
Flying niggas remember the Titans and meth affliction. Broken English diction, street of phonics, non-fiction. Watch the slums where the rats speak. I'm violent when the drums beat. Whole chord in the crack streets. I represent 3rd Street. I love to hear the max seek. The blunt plays the pack, shake the backdrop that says need emergency. Niggas flee. No remorse, bravado way of thinking. Poltergeist, gangsta shit, we rock ice. I'm feeling my life. Blame it on the weed, smoke a neck, got that Curtis blow. I sick them dogs on them, yo, and puff on that hydro. When the king's on a mission, seize the moment. I'm thugged out, I'm Conan in a mag, doing donuts and max. When I spit rap, I'm cold as the polar caps. Ill when the boom baps nag, and I take that back to the 70s. Fly, they suck a rap. The Euclid apartment is where I stand my fingers at. It may hurt, but the truth is.
Detroit is armed and dangerous. I spit sinister syllables and parallel. You mass and gill, I'm coming for the cash for real. I don't play, I just smash and peel. Hit the yak and get oil like ashy hills. Whose track could I not be on? When I drop kids off like hockey moms, and I double y'all squares like octagons. Look up, you're free falling, will not be warm. These petty and despicable, wordplay pitiful. Power palace, I'm packing my pockets, having been critical. B-boy stands with my Detroit ways. Still got a mean mug from my Detroit days. That niggas is dogmatic, RP the dealer. Proof of some other niggas, big up the slum villa. I rap obnoxious, flow unconscious. Fagos and conies, word to my sponsors. I know you're gonna dig this.
The restaurant
Rolling with the grand incredible, style so edible. I'm on a pedestal, penetrate your skeletal. I let you know the deal, my super skills ill. So how you feel when it get real? I drill, still, and yo I build and mutilate. My rhyme game great, I detonate breaks. I'm elevating hip-hop out the current state. Injecting metaphor, medicine to make it wait. Evaporate the whole scene like a ball peen. Rejuvenating Detroit, microphone fiend. Coagulate your brain cells as I magnate. I'm magnetic, my style not sympathetic. The apparatus, classic like Gladys. Night in the pips, 80 proof sips. The devastator, actuator, levitator, educator. Yo, I see you later, Gator.
How y'all feel out there? Okay, party people in the house.
Motor City, Detroit. Detroit is armed and dangerous.
It's the man on that screen. Can you put your hand on that dream and hold it up above all these problems the world wants you to see? You know, probably wishing while this nation is poverty stricken. And the logic within this business when them politicians don't listen. And the dollars that they was given to get them back in the chair that they're sitting under oath to the tons of folks that wonder and hope if you can come fix it. Cause everybody's a victim, one way stand alone in this standstill. Financial killers with the bullets when they pull it in the form of a damn bill. Landfill, old cities they turn trash and turn ghosts. Wanna rise just like your quotes and physical approaches to take a slope and bend it over on broken backs and make a clip out of unchained hope. Never was a pro on a subject, but I'm told us how the story goes. So, one time for my sinners, damage, loss, and health diminished. No help with dinner when you felt the center of your world go upside down from a tenant to a dweller with debts and long regrets. Wish I knew how to pass that test. Multiple choice on how to bend or break, but all I really know is yes. So,
say yes, oh. Say yeah. You better not say no, no. Say yes, oh. Say yes. You better not say no, no.
Mr. Man in the sky, while everyone's standing by, do you ever really plan to reply while we weave in the scams and the plots? And we duck from the dodges of life, heard about the plight and sacrifice. Human rights that have been forsaken so long, even Christ to look twice. Nights, days, sunlight, shade, fall from the path from whence I came. Cursed our name in vain, and the nation's pain was clear you ain't solved a thing. But it ain't your cause, it's your call to govern our laws. And love the thought of what you did when you lost yourself up on that cross. Nah, if it ain't then, can you tell me what picture they painting? When they screaming I'm going to Satan and pacing all these local banks and news stations, taking statements made on paper so ancient they blatantly erased and replaced them. You don't ever really want to speak back, well I guess I keep on waiting right here with all my sinners. That's why we ain't reinventing, trying to see that image that comes through clear so we can all believe in it. Take a minute to pass and read the text, believe in you and receive what's next. I guess I'd rather just take my chances, throw my arms up and say yes.
Say yes, oh. Say yes. You better not say no, no. Say yes, oh. Say yes. You better not say no, no.
Mr. Man in that mirror, let me examine you clear. With the tangible fear that you ain't done shit with these panic years. So you cram it near the back, where you pack all of them facts. And you lash back at political acts and activists in the packs. Cause those questions which you don't ask, give them answers that you don't have. You done burned through them so bad and now got nothing on your notepad. And you scream 1% but don't add. You see soldiers with the toe tags. You see children loading full mags and squeezing clips and dying in class, but you don't really know the answer. There's a fire and you're scared of feeding it, scared of reading it. If somebody ain't posted or tweeted it, social media's become a lead defense instead of getting up on your feet with it and running with that thought. You wanna deflect the blame, chalk it all up as a loss. Pause, reflect, tell me what you see, pointing fingers at God and democracy. Profit schemes and corporations, economies that bottom feed. On your knees you never have been, always too fearful to digress. So when they ask if you agree, put that face on and say yes.